channel, JPM.Cuisine. I've got another unboxing for you. Imagine that. This is an anniversary gift from my wife, so I'm excited to open this one. It's the Dalstrong Gladiator Series Nakiri. If you guys have seen my other unboxing videos, you've seen that I've unboxed the Kuma 8-inch chef's knife with the honing rod, the 8-inch Dalstrong Gladiator Series chef knife as well, and the 7-inch Dalstrong Gladiator Series cleaver. So this right here is the Nakiri. This one I believe was out of stock for a while and it finally came back in stock. They ended up having a sale on their website, a flash sale, but there was still some available on Amazon if you're interested in getting one. I'll leave the info in the description below. This is a 7-inch Nakiri with double bevel edge. If you know, the Usawa is this single bevel that looks exactly like it, and this is sort of what they would call a vegetable cleaver. So without any further delay, let's get into this unboxing. All right, so we'll remove the plastic, and if you can see, we've got the Dalstrong Gladiator Series 7-inch Nakiri, and again, this is a sleeve. Sleeves take the majority of the damage that you'll see in shipping, so I'm glad to see that. Of course, it does transfer to the box. Like our previous Dalstrongs, we've had a magnetic series box, and the boxes that they do are that they provide are freaking gorgeous. So I'm excited to see what's inside this one. With the Gladiator chef's knife, we had a keychain. With the cleaver, we had a lapel pin. And without further ado, let's see what we have here. Another lapel pin. So maybe it's during the series or the run. We've got a lapel pin as well with a double chef's knife. If you guys can see, that's pretty cool. Again, a branded microfiber cloth. All the information on the knife itself. These are pretty generic from the previous two. They do mention a little bit about the knife, but generally the information on all of these knives is similar. They all pretty much come with an 18-degree blade or an 18-degree edge. They're all 55 Rockwell hardness. On the Gladiator series, of course, and they all come with the sheath, the knife. They all have that pack of wood. So we've got the satisfaction card, and they updated their VIP membership card from the original chef's knife that I have. So if you do have a knife, or if you're interested, I'd recommend signing up for their VIP membership. They offer sales and discounts, and like recently they had that lightning sale, so that was pretty cool. Some of the pricing was really nice on there. I think they were offering up to like 20 or 30% off. So let's get into the knife. Here we go. Move that out of the way. Just set up. Boom! All right, we've got the knife laid out. We've got all the swag that came with it. And let's take a look at this knife real quick. So it comes in the sheath. It's a plastic sheath similar to the cleaver sheath. We have the holes in the side, and typically there is a hole in the front. I traveled with my knives recently and the sheaths were amazing. Dalstrong, thank you for putting the sheath in. A lot of knives will spend a lot of time on the boxing, but they won't put a lot of effort into providing a nice sheath, and man, it's really worth it, especially if you want to travel with your knives like I do. So let's unbox. A little bit of plastic on there. There's a fingerprint. Remember, this is my first time opening, so we're looking at some of the manufacturer markings as well. A little bit of that's the draw from pulling it out of the sheath and putting it in. A little bit of shmoo, as I always say, on that front end. But let's check out the sheath real quick. So we've got a raised Dalstrong logo here. the painted logo here. I haven't gone into the other sheaths, so I can't compare, but the color looks a little bit different, like they've changed maybe the coloring on it. But we've got the Dalstrong Gladiator Series, perfect fit for the knife itself. Man, these things are snug, so I really appreciate them. If you guys are interested and you're not sure, you know, there's a lot of knives out on the market today that look very similar. This might be one of the aspects you consider getting, or when you consider a Dalstrong, just because having a sheath makes it so much nicer to travel. Okay, so let's look at the knife now. Again, the Dalstrong Gladiator Series has the bolster, and it's the bolster that goes almost to the edge on this one. The tip isn't sharpened, but right around that curve we start to see where the edge begins. Okay, right at the tip, right around the end of the curve, we get the edge. With the Dalstrong cleaver, of course, it is a straight 90-degree edge, and that point can be used for almost like a tip on any knife. Let's go ahead and check out the weight here in grams, of course. So we're looking at 312 grams. 312 grams is 130 grams less than the cleaver, but I think it's like 100 grams more than the chef's knife. So it's a little bit more heavy. It's not too heavy, but I mean, you're getting a little bit less material. It's still that 7-inch. Let's check out the feel. Pocketwood grips are smooth, very slight edge or raised edge between the spine and the tang and the handle itself. Since it's pocketwood, you can expect a little bit of shrinking and expansion, especially if you're washing your knives. If you get the handles wet, make sure you dry them, but just due to nature and the elements in the environment. We've got the Dalstrong raised logo on the middle rivet on both sides. The Gladiator Series, we've got that nice machine finish on the grind, as you can see. Very different from the Shogun Series. Maybe I might get one of those, or the Phantom Series to show one of these days. But these are more of the budget-friendly, inexpensive chef's knives and chef's gear that you can get to improve your kitchen. I'm really curious to see how Nakiri works. I've never used one before. This is actually my first time holding it, so I'm excited to do a demo with this one once I get a little bit more time with it. The bevel, or not the bevel, but the bolster, immaculate as always. It's, you know, it's very different. It's rounded completely from edge to edge, so that makes it a little bit more comfortable, especially when you use the pinch grip, as I use, where you're always riding your middle finger right up along the choil of the knife. And not completely flat. It looks like there is a little curve or a little bend right in the middle. Looks like there is a little mark right halfway, so not too bad. Balance is typically on these knives right around the bolster. On this one, because it's such a heavy knife up front, it's just right behind the bolster, still on the neck, right in front of the grip, so not bad. The butt plate, again, is that similar material, same material as the bolster, so it's a smooth finish. This is going to match all your other Gladiator Series knives if you have them. It's kind of like a maybe a 9.5-inch chef's knife with the tip cut off, is what it kind of looks like to me. So it looks pretty cool. It's got scallops if you're cutting a lot of vegetables, which makes sense on this type of knife because it is a vegetable cleaver, to have the gratin or the scalloped edge. It's going to help to create air pockets between the knife edge and the food, vegetables or potatoes specifically, that you're working on. Again, it's a 7-inch blade. It is double bevel, so it's a 50-50 double bevel grind on it. And then we have an 18-degree grind for the edge itself. 55 Rockwell hardness. It's a ThyssenKrupp metal blade again. These are forged. And I think they go for around $60 on Amazon currently. So let's see how it is out of the box in terms of sharpness. Yep, as expected. From heel to tip, it is sharp, push cuts like a dream. Man, yeah, that's really sharp. See against the end grain. Uh-oh, that's probably me. Yeah, it's always me. End grain cuts are tough on magazine paper, especially for a novice paper shredder. Do some more of the end grain, because I think you guys love this, but fast. Hope you're enjoying this. I am. And this thing's sharp. It's just as sharp as the cleaver I have. So for those of you that end up getting any one of these knives, if you're still trying to decide between the cleaver and this knife specifically, again, I'll do some demos. I'll even probably do a comparison video where you have this one against the cleaver, and we'll let you see specifically what features you might like. Leave any comments you have in the comment section below. I'd be interested to know if anybody has one of these knives and what your thoughts are, or in general about Dalstrong or even the Nakiri series. It looks pretty cool. It's pretty neat. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.